Hi, this is TMJack92, and today I will be talking about some new content I created. Custom content as well as Lucasville, which I added on here. I had to use my imagination for that. Alright, so let's talk about my little green fur balls that I created. They're custom made. Like I said, I like to focus on the custom made content. So, they're in the holes. Yes, I made them. They're in these holes right here. Look at that. They're down there. These are the fur balls. In QFG, they're called meeps, but I'm calling them green fur balls. They're little cute little things with their two little legs, and they like to mingle or mate or whatever they're doing. I don't know. They always like to go in groups. For some reason, I don't know why. What they're doing, really. And they always go on the beds to do it too, for some reason. Just like any other critter, if it's raining, they go into hiding, seek shelter. Like any other creature on Earth. Don't really do much. Not really. The little baby ones might a little bit. These are called town nobles. Well, I haven't really done much with that, but hey, it's cool. I got new NPCs. I got a whole bunch of different type of NPCs. This was one of the new ones. Frost giant ran away. It's just basically a giant blue villager. That's all it is, with an axe in his hand. He decided to leave. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm out of here. Not for me. I don't want to be here. And he just took off somewhere. That direction. I can create a new one, I guess. Giant. That's the frost giant right there. Just holds an axe in his hand. That's it. Doesn't really do much. Stands there most time, and then now and then wanders somewhere. Oh yeah, we gotta check out Henry the Hermit. This is the new Henry the Hermit. So that's another custom made. It's Henry the Hermit. He doesn't really do anything. He just stands there. Has a little dialogue to him. So here's the river. So there's a river that heads this direction. And the river heads that way also, so it makes a curve. I expanded the desert, so it's extending out this direction now. You see, I finished off the mountain section here. Make so people don't just immediately just go to Shapir so easily. They have to go through all this desert and road and all that. So over here is Lucasville. It's east of Spielberg, and it's also east of a portion of the desert. So it seems a little bit more what's stated on the website that you can check out pertaining to the QFG game. So, not my website. It's a website pertaining to fans, I guess, for those who are fans of QFG. My websites are different. Definitely not like this. Over here you have. This is supposed to be where the accountant is at. You can call it a library if you want, but it's actually accountant's area. You have these stone towers. surrounded by the walls. Okay. There's the healers area. There's the pawn shop. Has odds and ends. It also has a jukebox in there. Play records. And down here is the Thieves Guild, which isn't not much to see. I didn't really put much in it. I at least put some dartboard in there. Practice throwing knives, I guess. Or shooting arrows. Oh yeah, this is the Gill Hall. This I actually tried to make at least look a little decent, so it looks kind of like a Gill Hall. You know, your practice dummies or armor you want to put on. And you got your fireplace, and then the logbook for signing stuff. For if you want to do that, I didn't really add anything to it though. And a couple bedrooms for some people to sleep in. That's it. Very small little village. Very small. Not much in it, but it's here. I forgot to add something. Damn it. Dang it. Hold on. Because this is where the heroes come from, so I gotta add a town hero in there. Town hero. Probably just maybe a couple of them, maybe about 3. That should be good. I got 3 town heroes. They'll probably wander and go somewhere. That's what town heroes do. They stay in the town for a little bit and then they wander off and go somewhere. Find a new town, I guess. New home, I don't know. That's it. So the next thing, well, there's a couple things I wanted to point out. So past this bridge, that's going to be on the way to Mordavia, that direction. Eventually, I'll do that later. And in this direction, across from Rasmus's home. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to go over, but I'll go over that in a second. I just want to go over this first. So this is where Willowsby is going to be. I'll do that on the next video. So I gotta expand the mountains, then create some foothills, whatever you want to call them. So we're gonna go back to Rasmus's tower. I made some change, one little small change. Fenris. Fenris is now a little rat guy. He's a little cute little rat guy. There he is. There it is. Yay! Fenris is now rat person. It is complete. More canon looking. That's good. I like it. That's it. I'm gonna go before I head out. I'm gonna go over Blockbench for a little bit. I'm going to discuss some things for Blockbench for those that want to know how I'm doing all this. Yes, I have a centaur on here too. Centaur escaped Shapir though. I have centaurs, different other characters, world god and stuff like that. Created a lot of. I was experimenting. It was fun. Obviously, I'm not going to add that stuff just yet, and as well as the 3-headed dog. That is for later. Once I start getting as far as Somaria is concerned later on, then I'll do that. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. And the vampires, obviously, I'll have vampires in Mordavia. A lot of different undead characters. All right. So let's go on to Blockbench to discuss some things as the sun begins to set in this beautiful starry night. So in Blockbench, and yeah, I forgot to show off the Minotaur. I do have a Minotaur in there too. Horns and everything. So let's, and genie, but it's an ugly looking genie. I have that too. And you can see that little rat wizard thing I created in the fur ball. You just save it as a geometry file and you're good to go. So to create an original thing, I just select Bedrock Model. Pretty simple. Whatever the name of the file is. So I just, let's say experimental guy. Okay. Experimental guy. So I just put as both. Texture size, I put as 64. Normally you can have it smaller if you want to. Depends on how in depth you want your texture to be. That 64 is the most common one, so let's confirm that. So for the model, you just do add group. For your bone, you rename it to body because you want that as the parent. Add a cube, rename to body. That's what you start with, and you want to change this height. And normally the average is 12. You can have different heights if you want smaller, but that would be the average. So for the width, we'll do 8, and that will do 8. And then I'll change its position. No, not that. Not yet. Change it to be a little bit more centered. You want it to face north because that's the front. The N stands for north. And so the position, I'll probably move it up 12. And then that way I can add some legs. You want to make sure that it's within the body group. So add body group, rename, leg 0, add another group. Well, that's not what I want to do. Delete. Add another group, rename, leg 1. So I think the right leg is leg 0 and the left leg is leg 1, I believe. Rename, leg 0. Rename, leg 0. Increase the size to 12. Increase this size to 12. And we'll probably have a size of 4. Have that as the right leg. This will be the left leg. I always get these stuff confused. Oh, okay, so it just needs to move a little forward. There you go. Got a couple pairs of legs going on here. This is awesome. So there's some legs. You can make them wider if you want it to fit all the way in. Whatever floats your boat. Maybe 6 or something. If you want narrow, like I did, you can have narrow legs. And then for the arms, and then the head would go on top, obviously. If you want to build... that's an example. All you have to do is just make sure that if you have legs or arms that you have beneath it, the cube needs to be inside its own folder. If you don't have its own folder, then it will assume that everything is under the body. That's why you need to have a folder for each body part, or it's going to be under this. If I was to put, let's say, pant legs under here, then this would be the body. This would be the parent of the pant legs, and then this would be the body parent of that. The body would be the parent of that. It has a hierarchy set up for each body part. So if I was to add arms, I'd have a folder for separated for the arms, and then for the head, usually, let's see, head, head, and then I'd add a folder, nose, oops, wrong thing, one in here, nose. Pretty easy. So now we have the head as the parent of the nose. And the head I can increase to size of 8. And then just move it upward. There's your head. And then the nose, I move up. No, not the size. I just need about probably size of what, 3? Actually, I think it's, well, yeah, we'll say 3. That's what I meant to do. Or you can type it in. I guess I'm doing it the hard way. There you go. There's your nose. That's if you want a big nose. You can probably widen it by 2 on each side. Like that. Raise it up. Or you can have it down like I do with the Squidward thing. Whatever floats your boat. And that's it. So, but if I was to move the head, that's the other point of the parent, then it will move everything, including the nose, which makes it a lot easier for movement. Now, the thing that you gotta remember, though, is you got to move this, that square, otherwise it's going to overlap for the textures, and I'll demonstrate that. Create a texture, experimental guy. You want to make sure this matches the resolution that you're currently working on, or it'll still work, but it'll just have a weird result. I'll confirm that. If I was to, you can click the save button and pick a folder you want to save it. I'm not going to go over that though. If I was to go to paint, let's say I start painting it, you can see that now it's going over the same areas, like the head with the body, and it's not ending so well. Same with the leg. So that's why you want to move that stuff, because the body needs to be separated. So I'll probably put the body there, have the head maybe right here. That a little bit more down. And then the leg, let's think this is the right leg. That's the right leg. I'll move the right leg here a little bit farther down. And this leg over here. Yeah. See, I select everything so I can know where everything is at. The nose, I probably want to move somewhere around here. That's fine. That's workable. Probably move a little bit over. Yeah, that looks good. And that way now everything's overlapped. So that way, now if I paint it, let's see, I'll do a fill bucket. If I fill it in, fills in separately. The fill bucket is the easiest starting point. Once you fill it all in, then you can just add some shadows or whatever. I'm not a perfect artist though, but I do know how to sculpt a little bit, mold the characters. And there you have it. Pretty simple. And if you want to save it, you just click the save button, pick the folder you want the file in, and then it's very easy. Now, as far as the experimental guy, you want to do is export, and then export Bedrock geometry. Make sure that you save it as a geo file. So if I was to save it, I would save it as experimentalguy.geo.json. I save it as that file. Put it into your is the folder for models/entity folder. You want to put it in there, so that way you can utilize that geometry file for your entity file. You'll use that as your geometry. I'm not going to go into that detail. You can look at my previous videos if you're trying to look at the programming side of it, the JSON programming side of it. But this is just so you guys know how it works. Or you can use this to utilize some other character that's already made. You can do that as well. Load it up, a geometry file for that, and just to try to change its textures or something like that. All right. Anyway, I thought I'd explain how it kind of works. If I wanted to make the mouse, I'd just make the legs shorter, body smaller. It's pretty simple, and then load that up. That's kind of how I did the mouse. Maybe create a little hat. It doesn't have to be body format, yes, but you can add a hat to this, like add group, rename, wizard hat. Pretty easy. And then your cube wizard hat, and then that'll be on the head. Pretty simple. Now he's got his little hat. Goofy looking hat, but you get the idea. No, don't want to do that. Pivot thing doesn't work well for me. I usually use rotation. That's easier. So now you got your hat. I can rotate it if I want to. I have a little tilted or something. Yeah, now he's got his little party hat. Party time. Alright. So that's enough of that. So if you like this video, be sure to click the like button down below. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel, DMJack92 Gaming, to enjoy more awesome videos from me. Hope to see you guys on my next video. The next one I'm hoping to be doing, what was it called? Don't have them all. I got Lucasville. I remember that. Willsby. That's what it was. Willsby. However you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Willsby. I'll work on that one on the next one. And then hopefully we can move on to more Davia after that. All right. See you guys later.